What is the challenge ahead of us, ahead of me, ahead of our viewers? What is the opportunity that's going to present itself? And then finally, what is the result? Okay, cut that deck. Issue, issue, challenge, opportunity, and result. Alright, just to let you guys see, there's the 4 cards. This is the first, second, third, and fourth. Okay? Alright, so the first card, we got the Hanged Man, and we got the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so why does my self-esteem suck? And you have it in reverse. Okay, so what is the Hanged Man? The Hanged Man is a major arcana card, and the Hanged Man is a person who willingly puts himself in solitude to get a different perspective, right? He separates himself from others and to find contemplation, to have basically peace and quiet, to contemplate his existence and his reality and his perception, right? He's trying to simply see things from a new perspective. In other cards, you see that usually he has a halo around him, even though he's upside down, to show that he is illuminated and he's learning the truth. You also see that he only has one leg tied to the thing that he is tied on, I guess, a tree or whatever, and that's to show that he has willingly gone through this purpose. And then usually he only has one leg tied, and it's the other one is at a 4, which represents that he is secure in his foundation and that everything is technically okay in his life. He just simply is being intellectually curious and starting to go into himself or herself to know more about who they truly are. Now we got that reversed. And so if we're focusing on the card, my self-esteem sucks, what can I do about it? And the issue is the Hanged Man in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse is a martyr. It's someone that is purposely taking themselves into solitude on purpose and staying there on purpose, saying, I like where I am. I don't need society. I don't need anything else. I'm happy to have my little hole, my little cave, my little abode, my little group of friends, and I'm comfortable here in the security and structure that I have found. Right? They see things differently. Maybe they're jaded about society. Maybe they're not politically active, even though they definitely have political views. You know, they definitely have opinions about animal rights, about minority rights, about abortion rights, about whatever, and they're happy to talk to you about them, and they're probably very open and intellectually smart, right? But the issue is, why does your self-esteem suck? And it's because you have willingly taken yourself out of society to have seen this point of view, to have learned all of these lessons, and now you're staying there. And now that you're staying there, you probably feel stuck. You probably feel, I don't know how to put myself back into society because I don't agree with it. I don't want a part of it. I don't know how to change it. Who am I? I'm just this one person. So that's the issue, is that you have willingly separated yourself from a certain amount of friends, family, people that you didn't think that they would understand who you were, and now your self-esteem is slowly deteriorating because you're not getting the friends that you want, you're not getting the social interactions you want, and you're not being able to express yourself freely because you feel like you're not going to be heard, or you're not going to be accepted, or you're not going to be liked, right? That's the issue. The challenge is to take things in stride. So we are at the Two of Pentacles, and your challenge is to learn how to adapt into society and become a part of it, while also living life, paying bills, obligations, going through the ups and downs, going through relationships, breakups, whatever, you know, animals, being had as pets, and then slowly, you know, over years going away, and now you're having to deal with that heartache. You know, this is all about life change, and the challenge is for you to accept that life is to be lived, and that life is never going to just be easy. It's not going to just be a piece of cake, and it doesn't matter if you have all the money. There's still going to be other issues. It doesn't matter if you have all the friends. There's still going to be other issues. It doesn't matter if you have loving parents. You're still going to have issues. So everybody has a different set of issues, and yours are simply unique to yourself. And your challenge is to move into society, to get into society, and to find something that works for you, that you're willing to go through the ups and downs of life with, that you are willing to take the knocks, to take you know, all of these transgressions on the chin, and to keep moving successfully in life, and being happy and content with it. So what you need is you have to find that purpose, the purpose to re-enter into society, the thing that you want to contribute, right? And then just move effectively in the world. That's your challenge. It's how can I live my life with all of this knowledge, right? And still go to work and not mouth off my boss and flip them off and say, you know what, this is nothing but trite BS. I'm not for it. This is not what I stand for, right? And you're going to have to, the challenge is to re-enter society first, all right? That's your first challenge, to re-enter society and be a part of it, and go through the natural fluctuations of ups and downs of living the so-called normal life that you consider normal, which is eating breakfast, having coffee or yerba mate, you know, doing laundry, dishes, things like that. I'm not saying go be an accountant if that's not what you want to do. I'm not saying go be a lawyer. You know what I mean? And I'm not telling you to go get married and have kids or whatever. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm just saying you have to start integrating the everyday life, and you need to start being comfortable with doing the things that make life worth living, which are sometimes mundane chores or mundane conversations. And you'll just start to recognize that it's not that bad, that I can be myself, and I can still have a life while being myself. But your challenge is, how do I put myself into society? How do I integrate successfully and just keep on going with the flow without being inundated with all of these obligations, with all of these expectations, with all of these perceptions of this is what I'm supposed to do, right? That's what, the second you re-enter, society is going to say, go get a job, and this is what you should do. Watch TV. Oh, you haven't seen Game of Thrones? Oh my God, why haven't you seen Game of Thrones? Breaking Bad? Are you kidding me? You haven't seen Breaking Bad? 24? Or this is Modern Family? I don't watch TV, so I don't know. But yeah, society is going to have it. You don't watch sports? Oh, you didn't see the game last night? Okay, and you're just going to have to go into, that's your challenge, going into society and recognizing that everybody does their own thing to survive, and you are going to do the same. But, right, your opportunity is to have a type of abundance and wealth, right, that you can give to all of the people that are in your circle, All right. So the Ten of Pentacles, as you can see, is a very positive card, and it's basically having everything. And when we talk about wealth, when we talk about the pentacle, we're talking about ether, right? The top, and then you have fire, water, earth, and wind. And so you have all of the elements plus spirit, and that is manifestation. And true wealth is being balanced in our spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional capabilities. And then material wealth will also be had. But then also, it doesn't matter then if you're a multimillionaire, because wealth is more than just money in the bank account. So your opportunity is you can create the life that you want to live, but you have to recognize that whatever you're gonna do into society, which you already know what makes you you, right? You're sitting on it. You've been sitting on it for a while. Now you need to go and put that into the world. You need to listen to your inner voice, and you need to enter the world and just put your own perspective in it, because people need to hear it. People want to know your thoughts. People are craving for uniqueness, okay? Especially when the TV shows you everything that's basically the same. But you are you, and no one else is ever going to be you. So you might as well do you the best damn way you possibly can. And that is, what unique vision, what unique thoughts, what unique spirit do you have that you want to contribute that benefits you and your community as a whole? Now, the result is that it's the star backwards, and this is definitely not how I wanted the reading to go, but I'm not going to change the reading, right? So the star is all about you finally listening to your truth and recognizing what your truth is, and then moving with it. And now, if you see other tarot cards, you usually see a woman pouring water into a lake, right? And she's naked, and her hair is down, and what she's trying to show is that she's being vulnerable, and she's being vulnerable to the world, and she is expressing herself in her true authenticity. And your result going through this is the star reversed, and that simply means that you have not yet achieved your dreams. You have not yet truly become vulnerable to the world, and therefore you may feel lost at times, like, what do I do next? What is it that is my purpose? And to find your purpose, you need to truly listen to your inner voice, and allow it to speak and guide you. Here, though, it looks like you're going to go through a process that is going to force you into listening to your voice, and then eventually creating your truth at a later time and date. Because right now, what it's telling me is that you think you have an answer, and it could be the answer, because you definitely got the star, right? But with it being reversed is that you maybe don't believe in it. You may get lost with money. You might get lost in career. You might get lost in the changes of life. You might get lost with family and everything else, that you forget your true purpose. You forget to listen to your inner voice, because the second we get comfortable, we stop with self-reflection, right? We don't reflect as much anymore, because now we're comfortable, and now we're just enjoying our abundance. And because of that, we may start giving our ego a little bit too much free reign, and that's when it can lead to arrogance, when we start recognizing, oh, look at all this stuff that I have. And then instead of saying, it's because I listen to my will, which is in line with the cosmic flow of the universe, now we're thinking, oh, I have created this on my own accord. Now, of course, yes, you did the work, and yes, you had the idea and all of that, but it's because you were in tune with the universe. And that's what the star is asking you to do. If you want this star to be turned around, you need to listen inside, because inside is not going to be any different than what nature is. And that is, it wants to fill voids. It wants to bring plenty on earth. It wants to be abundant for all living things and all creatures. It wants to give. And your challenge, right? You may get lost here in this challenge. Now, your opportunity is to have everything that you could possibly want, right? But your biggest challenge is just simply re-entering society and getting through the daily hoops. And what you choose is going to decide if this star is going to remain reversed or upside down. If you go in and you get offered a nice job that pays 80,000 K and you take it, well, great, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. You probably worked very hard for that. But if it's not aligned with your inner truth, you're not going to have true wealth, right? You're going to have a type of monetary wealth that will give you a certain type of abundance, but it will not be complete, full abundance of spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional abundance and balance. And so be careful when you re-enter the world, and be careful on how you choose to express yourself and how you choose to operate into the world and leave your mark, okay? Because that is going to decide whether or not you're truly listening to yourself and your inner guidance. And it seems that regardless of this journey of where you're going and how you're going to get there, you will always be in a lesson, and you just need to make sure that you listen intently to what that lesson is. And sometimes we need to strip away certain things so we can hear the song of our own voice inside of ourselves much more clear and better. And sometimes we needed to get away from that extraneous external noise, right? And it seems like that's what you did. So when you're living your truth, when you're listening to your own heart, then you have this. So be careful when re-entering society, and just be aware of who it is that you're giving credence to. Recognize make sure you don't put the cart before the horse, right? And that means don't let your head do the driving, right? Yeah. What message do you need to hear right now? If your self-esteem sucks, right, and you want to change that, the first thing you need to do is recognize what you did was you left society because you felt ostracized and you felt like it didn't speak to you. But this is the car that you need to focus on. It's your challenge. How do I adapt and move effectively with life and all of the obligations that I have without getting lost by it? How do I make sure I fly above everything and stay light and not get pulled down in the heaviness of life? Okay? That's your challenge. So I hope this message resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments below. Again, if you have any suggestions for future topics for this new series, what message do I need to hear now? Send them to me. Put them in the comments below. Hit subscribe if you would like, because I would like you to. And this is Lost Connection Tarot. My name is Benjamin Snavely. Have a great day. Bye.